Alright, sorry. I also had to turn my mic on. Alright, folks. We are live. My volume is on. I'm going to have chat up in a box somewhere. I'm going to do that real quick. Putting this together last second because I had deep dinner. And they started the battle early. But not my fault. Folks, welcome in. This is the MWPL Finals. I'm actually going to switch the sides so that it matches my boxes correctly. Oh, cool. I get the starting 6 this way, too. All right, folks. Welcome in. I'm going to... Actually, I can go to Twitch here. Yes, welcome in, Stacks. Welcome in. We're rocking the multi-stream here. I am attempting to operate this battle. And I'm realizing that I did not prep as well as I thought I should have. We will be streaming Unknowns later, but we have the finals afoot. And I'm going to have to hit start on this battle too. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll have this here, and then I'm actually just going to move this entire tab group over here for now. Because we're going to adjust this later. Alright, so this is the finals between the Sleeping Snorlax on the left and the Hartford Wailords on the right. You can see their teams of 11 that they've been operating throughout the season. This is what they brought to the playoffs. And I have the Parmesan cheese crust Domino's pizza, which I've been saving these last two pieces for far too long. It's not going to be as good. But who doesn't love a room temperature pizza? So let's take a look at the 6 that they're bringing. This is about the standard we expected from Colby on the left, who's operating the Sleeping Snorlax. He's running Basculage and Breloom. He's literally running his first 5 and then Mega Garchomp. Regice has been rotating a lot throughout his team throughout the season, so that was probably something else to keep an eye on, but probably wasn't good with this matchup, especially with Cobalion on the other side. So I understand that matchup. Hartford Wailords. Tyler is bringing, let's see, Cobalion. No Corviknight, which I think is interesting, and the Hisuian Braviary is actually a very interesting bring. He is not bringing Rotom Heat, but he is bringing Grimmsnarl and Reggie. Oh, okay, so we're actually seeing a very interesting team here from Tyler. We still have the Mega Diancie, so that could be a win con for him. He's going to try to set up screens with the Grimmsnarl. No Dark type on the other side, so he should be able to do that fairly easily in this matchup. Cobalion has been a wild card for him. He could be running a Pivot Rock Setter, or he could be running the setup weakness policy set. Either one's a good option. He's kind of reinvented that mon and what it can do. So it's exciting to see him bring that. Again, no Rotom Heat, no Gudra Hisui, which has kind of carried him throughout the season. Regidrago's a really big bring. And everything else seems pretty standard. So let's go ahead and get the battle started. Alright, so leads here are Cobalion and Breloom. Taunt right off the bat to maybe avoid the Spore, but the close combat right off the bat is going to bring it down to 1 due to the Focus Sash. He is then going to go to the Hisuian Braver. I saw the Corviknight. And, but he's just going to lock in. I think he's just going with the lead on Breloom. He's locking in with attacking moves here. And the Breloom is also Sash. Okay, so then the Spore comes in. So we had a double Sash lead from both sides. And now we've got a fast Hisuian Braviary that is asleep now. The reason why he clicked close combat, obviously because he was taunted. The taunt ended. Psychic did not faint the Breloom. And it's almost kind of a stalemate here. But we're seeing both fighting types running Sashes to lead. It's a very interesting setup here. Let me hover over the... Yeah, it's just the taunt. Just the taunt reveal. He's really... Tyler has really liked bringing Cobalion as a lead this season. Just in the matches that I've seen. I know I haven't seen all the matches that have occurred this season, but super interesting to see him bring that. As for the Breloom, I think Breloom's job in this matchup was solely to put something to sleep and then get the, like we see here, the Basculegion coming in. The cool narrative with these teams this season is Tyler is operating Basculin, the older brother. God, I miss that handsome guy in the suit. Yeah, I wonder where he ended up going. He'll be back eventually, probably next season. I thought about putting on the suit jacket, but got down to the wire and I wasn't able to get it in time. Alright, so Tyler opting to give up the Hisuian Braviary. Do I even have chat visible? Did I botch that? No, chat box is here. Do I have to, like, link it somehow? All good. Frost shirt looks good, brother. Ah, thank you, Will Cowboy. Yeah, I mean, the chat should be appearing, so. Don't worry, I'm mad for you. I don't know what that means. But yeah, sorry. The note that I was saying is that Tyler drafted Basculin, and Colby ended up wavering for Basculegion mid-season, which has been like a very defining mon on his team for him to operate. And while Basculegion is seen as like the higher tier mon, the bigger Pokemon, Basculin is the older Pokemon, the one that he's running. From Gen 5, Basculegion is a Hisuian, Gen 8, between 9 Pokemon. So to see the older brother piloting the older mon against what is perceived to be the hot new version of Basculin and Basculegion, it is it's cool to see that kind of storyline in this brother v brother championship. But yes, so Tyler's going into Regidrago. Regidrago OUA? I think it's OUB now. I think we might have moved it down. Bringing in the Regidrago against the Basculegion. I hate these nicknames. The setup is pretty similar on this side. Breloom's in a position with 1% health to maybe get either one Spore or one very crucial Mach Punch off to end in the battle at some point. Whereas the Cobalion could be providing the perfect taunt or just ability to outspeed a certain other mon on the field. So both, while they're only at 1%, are still in really good positions to do a lot for this matchup. But now we got the heavy hitters in. The Regidrago obviously threatening it out. Getting the Dragon Dance off is huge here. He is going to end up taking some damage from that Mach Punch before the Breloom gets... before it removes the Breloom. Actually, he's not going to opt to do that. He's just going to Dragon Claw. No Mach Punch coming in. And we've got a full... We got a... Oh, wait, hang on. What? There's no roll, what? No, he just didn't click Mach Punch. Yeah. Oh, was that a... Okay, that was a joke. Got it. Roll for D's. Alright, so with that, the Regidrago is in a really good spot here. It's interesting. Tyler is pretty much going for a very full offense approach after running, some would say, a very defensive team throughout the season. So it's an interesting approach to see him kind of come out guns a-blazing at the front here. He is going to go to the Cloister here. He's expecting this Regidrago to be fully physical just off of the Dragon Dance reveal. Oh, not that he gets Pin Missile. That... Good nickname. Good nickname. So I'm sure he's trying to threaten here with probably an Icicle Spear. Maybe even get the Shell Smash off after surviving a hit from the Regidrago. Like, here's the thing. We could be seeing something like a Focus Sash set. We could be seeing a White Herb set. There's a lot of possibilities coming from this Cloister. We're expecting the Cloister to be able to live. The Scale Shot coming in. It's actually a loaded dice. We have to assume that is a loaded dice Regidrago. Which, wow. To hit 5 times and knock the kill. Amazing. And now this Regidrago is in a very favorable position to win this match. There's still Mons remaining, but this Regidrago getting set up, I don't know if Colby was ready for this. I mean, even when I was prepping for Tyler last week, I was not putting a lot of thought into Regidrago, just given that, like, there wasn't a lot of Regidrago brought throughout the season. So to see it making such an impact in the playoffs here is gotta be doing wonders for Tyler and the Hartford Wailords. Before we talk further on this matchup, I did want to get quotes. Oh no, I closed the tab. I remember what they said. Wait, what happened to the link? No. Well, find friends. What happened? How did I lose the battle? Dog. How do you lose a woman? Alright, I messed up. That's on my bad. That's my bad, guys. I closed the wrong link. Switch to viewpoint. You just saw this. We'll see it again. I asked both battlers before the battle, what 6 mons are you bringing? And what is your win con? I asked Tyler of the Hartford Wailords this question, and he said, all of them are win cons. All of mine are win cons, was the quote, which is a great quote. I asked the same question to Colby with the Sleeping Snorlax, and he said, yo, in response to me responding to him, and then he challenged me to a random battle, which I won. So, not a lot of insight as to what these approaches are, but just from what we've seen from this match so far, we're learning a lot as to how these teams are approaching. Colby's going in with the tried and true, what has gotten him through to the championship and gotten him through the season to be as successful as he's been. And Tyler coming in with a very uncharacteristic approach. Something that he's kind of had the facade of defensive stall teams the entire season. So for him to come out guns a-blazing with a Reggie Drago like this and threatening as he has in the beginning here. I mean, even if Colby's able to take out this Reggie Drago, he's still got a Grimmsnarl, a Basculin, and a Mega Diancie in the back where anything could happen. So, coming into the Porygon here, the Porygon's got likely two options. We see that it is not the download set, so we're probably looking at an analytics set, trying to get the most damage off in return. The defense falls, the speed rises, the Ice Beam comes in, it does 63%. Couldn't get a freeze there. He ended up not going for a Toxic to try to dwindle that health down any further. And it looks like that this Porygon will be going down either on this turn or unless he switches out. Now, you got to be mindful here. As the Reggie Drago, you are now at -2 defense. If I don't know what it would take for the Basculegion, I don't know what the Basculegion set is. I don't know what it would take for a priority use of like an Aqua Jet for it to get in range. But assuming that there's no priority that can take down this Reggie Drago is in a very nice spot here. So after having matches all season, both sides of these battles, taking fairly long, I would say fairly like average to long amounts of turns, but the amount of time per battle taking as long as it has, we're looking at what could potentially be 4 more turns. So the Dragon Claw comes in, knockout on the Porygon. Colby's back is against the wall here. It is, what can he bring in to mitigate the damage, to try to slow this down, potentially take it out. And at +1 attack, there's a good chance that we got 2 Corviknights on the field. 2 Corviknights on the field. The Hisuian Braviary and the Zapdos cosplaying as Corviknight, who actually did not appear in this match. So, with the Zapdos out on the field, one would have to believe that the Zapdos potentially might be able to live something like a Scale Shot, we have to assume that this is the loaded dice set. But it really comes down to the roll. This could be a max defensive Zapdos. Okay, so the Scale Shot does come in. It doesn't look like it's going to do enough unless there's a crit. No crit. The drop, the speed boost, the Volt Switch does not do enough. All right, now we're looking at a -3 defense Reggie Drago. And here comes in the Basculin. You would have to imagine that an Aqua Jet from the Basculegion would be able to knock this out. So, and I think that's what Colby might be gearing up for here, but even if it does, a lot of damage has been done. You're looking at 11% on the Zapdos here. A Garchomp that hasn't been revealed, hasn't megaed yet, and a Basculegion that is doing everything it can to support this fractured Snorlax team. The Aqua Jet does come out. We see the Reggie Drago go down here. And Tyler's in the driver's seat. You have to think about what his next approach might be. Obviously, with Aqua Jet revealed, you're probably not going to go into something like Cobalion. Mega Diancie probably doesn't feel too safe here. We still have no knowledge as to what the item could be. Could be a Choice Scarf, could be a Choice Band. This would be probably not the best matchup for Basculin to come in, so this is where we start to see something like Grimmsnarl being a really good option here. And this Basculegion still threatens a lot. I mean, just with what's remaining on the field here, it's still going to take a good chunk for Tyler to be able to knock this out. Thankfully, for Tyler, I don't believe this is any sort of setup Basky Legion, so the threat that you're seeing is as high as it's going to get here. But if I were betting, I would have to expect potentially Grimmsnarl to come in for Tyler here. But yeah, a very exciting 13 turns so far. 3 Mons down on the Sleeping Snorlax side. 2 Mons down on the Wailord side. And I've got 1 piece of pizza left. So I'm going to enjoy that as we wait for the next Mon to be brought in. And historically, we have seen these matchups from either of these brothers being decided on very long turns of running calcs, making sure that they're picking the best options to be switching in, making sure that they're not missing anything, they're not miscalcing anything. They've been running it a lot this season. It hasn't been the most exciting thing to watch live, personally, but we do see the Basculin come in here for the Hartford Wailords, and we are seeing the Basculin versus Basky Legion, the predecessor before up against the rookie. Brother v. brother. It is a very interesting one here. We got basking in a W, the Basculin in.
Oh no, I put in JoJo treats.
We got a JoJo treat.
Where's the pizza from?
I have a fruit pizza. But yeah, we're live. Welcome in Juan Panamon and JoJo. Grab a chair. Yeah. JoJo. JoJo. Come on.
No, he's just gonna let the Zapdos die like that. Interesting.
I think he's realizing that the Basky Legion is his win con.
I mean, at this point, it's the Garchomp, right? He has to go and just click Scale Shot and pray. But he can't. It needs to be like... I think you have to come in with the Garchomp or just SD. The only option.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good option. Get as much damage as you can with the Garchomp here, and then sit. And then have the Basky Legion clean up in the back. Just because you got the 1% Cobalion still left. And a Mega Diancie that, if it is a Scarf set, is able to beat the Mega Diancie. Right?
Basket Legion?
Yeah. Assuming it's a Scarf Basky Legion.
Does it kill if it doesn't Mega?
I don't know. Huge Wavecraft. Both live each other.
Well, that's game.
But the Basculin is faster.
Oh, well.
And assuming it's a Scarf, if both are Scarfed, the Basculin just is able to beat that.
I mean, so Basculin kills Basky Legion here. It goes Garchomp. You go into... no, it won't. Oh, he's just gonna go hard into the Garchomp. I mean, that just means that you're gonna die to the Rough Skin, which is not what you want. Because now you can just go Diancie. You go Diancie, you click Moonblast. Basky Legion comes in, you go Cobalion, they kill one another, and then you just go Grimmsnarl and you click Reflect and you win.
Seems right. We'll see what they end up doing. Alright, so with the Garchomp in here, this Garchomp is a Mega. It is holding a Mega Stone. It has not Mega'd yet. I'll sit you down there. We're still waiting on a decision from Tyler here.
I mean, he's probably just trying to map out these last couple turns, but like, the only thing that could prove potential threat in this game is just what is the Grimmsnarl set, right? Like, that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, most likely.
Unless he's a slow Diancie and he gets outsped by, like, you know, regular Chomp.
Does he want to save the Cobalion for anything, or does he just bring the Cobalion in here to knock this out?
Cobalion is faster, right?
Cobalion is should be faster.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, you don't bring the Cobalion in because if
You just do Mega Diancie.
Yeah, because if you click CC and it's the Basculegion switch in, that's like a way to maybe lose the game. Like,
So you switch it in to either give it up later.
Yeah, 100%. You switch it into sack on the choice Basculegion.
Yeah.
Like this is just 100% you go Diancie, click Moonblast.
Sure.
Because that kills both Mons. Like the only lose scenario is that it's a slow Diancie.
Which, that would be a terrible bring.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it could just be slow Diancie.
I just don't know
But
why
even
he'd
if
do
it's-
that.
Yeah, but even if it is slow Diancie, in that case, the only way to play this game out would be to go Grimmsnarl, click Reflect, and then Parting Shot into the slow Diancie to click Agility. Like no matter what, he would have to.
If all things are what we were expecting, Tyler should win this.
Yeah, like he would have to have some of the worst sets ever to lose this game.
Right. Yeah, I think him coming out as offensive as he was at the beginning was honestly huge for him in this match.
I mean, it's just this was an issue with Colby's team, like even earlier in the split. Like you don't have a fairy type.
True.
And if you don't have a fairy type, you know what you lose to? The dragon.
Dragons, yeah. Alright, so here comes in the Diancie. We're expecting a Mega here from the Diancie. Probably not from the Garchomp.
Yeah, you don't Mega the Garchomp on the off chance that you can...
Be faster.
Yeah. On the off chance that he isn't a speed nature and is like modest or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this is... Yeah. Alright, well, Dog's gonna stay here for a bit, I guess. He's gone.
No, I'm out of food. Amazing analysis. Very exciting analysis. But, I mean, that's pretty much what we are expecting here. As long as Tyler has brought the standard sets and makes the safest moves here, it's going to be very tough for him to lose this one. I mean, again, the Regidrago putting in massive work at the beginning of the battle. I think it was really big for him to get the Regidrago set up before the Cloyster got set up, because the Cloyster would have been able to do a lot. Obviously, you still got the Grimmstar on the back to threaten its speed and set up the screens and do all of that magic. But getting the Regidrago set up first ended up making that Cloyster just not able to get enough momentum to beat it. And actually, just being slower and dying to the Scale Shot was... it ended up working very nicely out for Tyler there, being able to get the Regidrago up. So I think that would be probably the key moment in the match for the Hartford Wailords as they seek their first ever MWPL Swiss Championship. And here comes the Moonblast and the Mega. So Garchomp is going to go down. This has to be, assuming that this is a jolly Garchomp, this is a timid Mega Diancie. And obviously nothing else to go into but the Basculegion. Now, obviously, the Basculegion can threaten here if it is Scarf. If it is not Scarf, that should be game over. I don't even know if the Aqua Jet can kill the Mega Diancie, unless it were like a banded set, but again, I'm not expecting this to be banded. Diancing on his grave. And here comes the Basculegion named Basculin. It is a Scarf set. He stayed in on the flip turn. He actually chose to give this up in case he clicked Wave Crash. Lives it with 2% remaining. And the Mega Nancy gets the kill with Moonblast, and Tyler, the older Espo brother, wins his first Swiss championship, his first MWPL official title. And congrats to Tyler and the Hartford Wailords on a successful season. Worked his way back all the way from a finals appearance in his first ever split all the way to this moment in a Swiss championship final. I believe the trophy is downstairs. We have the MWPL standard trophy up here. We have the Swiss one downstairs.
It'll be a cold day in hell before
Jesus.
a rookie wins this fucking split. Try again next time, buddy.
Jesus, that's gonna be a clip. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining in on this. I'm gonna see if I can grab Tyler for a post game here. Let's see, friends. Do. I'll get in the battle room here, see if he's going to be able to join. Alright, we are on standby for Tyler. Tyler? Oh.
Hello?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Perfect, perfect. Tyler, my first question for you is, where do you want us to deliver the keg trophy to?
Ah, that is a good question.
I don't know if you're going to be in Minnesota anytime soon. That would probably be the best way to deliver it.
I actually am going to be in Minnesota the week of from 4/16 to 4/20.
Oh, perfect. All right, well, we'll get it to you then. It's just at the house downstairs in the living room, so we can absolutely get that delivered to you. Congratulations on a successful victory, first ever Swiss championship. Barring beer league splits.
Yo, little bro actually thought he had a chance.
And then there's Nando there.
Yep.
But I think your first title was a beer league draft 20 split, or draw 20 split. And this would then be your first officially recognized title. How does it feel?
I did win a UU split. I don't know where that counts.
Yeah, oh, I remember the UU split. Yeah, I think that was it was after Sword and Shield, like 3 years of Sword and Shield, and we were still waiting for
Yeah, a new game.
a new game to come out. But yeah, how does it feel to finally walk away with one?
Good, because the last two times I was in this situation, it didn't feel so good losing it. So I'm
Absolutely.
happy I came up on the other side.
So I gotta ask, what was your approach with this match? Because I saw a lot of key players on your team not making an appearance in these finals. Mons like Hisui and Gudra, Corviknight, and the Hisui and Gudra and the Corviknight were actually really big pieces that I was kind of surprised to not see. So like, what was the philosophy with the build for this one?
Basically, I had prepped every battle throughout the season with my brother, so he had seen everything I had to give with Gudra and Corviknight, so it just seemed pretty stale coming in. And there was a few things I was worried about on his team that I just wanted to be able to shut down with, no matter what Mon was on the field. So I just decided to go with we're not going to switch at all unless I absolutely have to, and kind of suicide stance, and it ended up working out pretty good.
Nice. No, I think the kind of the reverse of logic in like how you've prepped for throughout the season made a lot of sense here with this finals match. I think that Regidrago was just awesome to see, kind of coming out guns a-blazing before anything on his side.
Yeah.
On his side could really get set up.
I was super pumped because I knew the second he saw Dragon Claw, he's like, oh, there's no way he's got Scale Shot on that thing too. So when he put that the Cloyster out, I was so freaking pumped because I was like, there's a 50-50 chance I kill here.
Yeah. What was the fourth move on it, if I may ask?
I think it was Superpower. It was just something to hit Porygon 2 if I needed to.
Oh,
it
sure.
did about the same as Dragon Scale. Without having the defense drop, I think it was.
Gotcha.
For some reason,
okay.
I decided to go with that guy.
For sure. Yeah, and then finally getting to see the Hisuian Braviary, the playoff waiver going into the postseason. Was its role really just to kind of deal with the Breloom if it was threatening?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep, exactly.
Nice.
But also could have swept too if he didn't have a way. I mean, obviously, it fell asleep, but Hurricane kills just about anything it hits. So
I was gonna say, if it didn't get put to sleep there, it was in a pretty good spot to do a lot of damage.
Yep. I made it just fast enough, so it was going to be faster than if his Basculegion was Choice Scarfed. So I don't think anything that he would have had that would have outsped it. So.
Right, and then all right. So the final turn here, it's the Mega Diancie in against the last Basculegion on his team. What was the thought process staying in there?
So if he did Wave Crash, which is the only thing I had him killing, obviously if he had Liquidation, that killed.
Yeah.
But if he used Wave Crash, he just dies from the damage.
True.
If he uses Liquidate, then I go out to my Grimmsnarl, which was an offensive set, and he could take Liquidation and then go for the final kill. So there was really, at that point when I had done all the numbers, there was no way for him to win unless he got something crazy.
Right, very cool. All right, yeah, because we weren't sure if it ended up being like a Screens Grimmsnarl, if that was just kind of a security, if like Cloyster got set up or something like that. But yeah,
no,
I mean,
I would have wasted Grimmsnarl a lot earlier.
Right. To think that it was an offensive set that whole time too. I mean, that definitely factors into it. Wow, very cool. Well, congratulations on your victory. Any last notes before we let you go?
You guys still doing the Pokemon card for the winner?
Yes, actually, I forgot to ask you about that. So, if you had to pick an MVP for this entire season, and like obviously the playoffs can be a factor in that as well, but if you had to pick an MVP for this season, what would you like to appear in the trophy card case?
So I thought about this a lot actually, and there's like so many choices. Like Corviknight carried the workload in the regular season. Grimmsnarl was in every match. But I really think the big differentiator for me was Basculin. Like he was a 60 that led my team in kills, was on every game during the playoffs, came in clutch here at the end.
Right.
Like if anything, he's the reason why I got as far as, not as much as my OUAs and OUBs.
I would tend to agree. I've never seen a Basculin piloted the way you piloted it this season, and honestly, we could be looking at potential discussions of it during tier shifts this season. Just with how useful it is, especially at the NU tiering, right?
It is RU.
Oh, it is RU. Okay. I think that's appropriately tiered then. My bad.
I agree.
All right. Well, definitely send me the best card you would like, because there's a lot of Basculin cards out there. I'm trying to find the highest rarity one. So if you're able to locate one for me, definitely send it my way, and I can get it ordered, and we can organize a signing of it to put in the case.
Perfect.
Sweet. Congrats again, Tyler, and we'll see you in the next split.
Awesome. Have a good one, Ben.
Thanks. Bye. All right, folks. That is going to conclude our coverage of the MWPL finals. I am Ben, WP Beartick. We had Juan Pandemon tune in as well. So thank you everybody for tuning in for this match. A historic brother v brother championship is now in the books in our second ever Swiss League Championship. That is going to do it, and I will let y'all go. We are going to be gearing up for unknown shiny hunting, which will be occurring. Give us like 10-15 minutes to get set up, and then we're going to start hunting for unknowns. So I will catch you all there, and I will see you later. Peace.